What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm painting some parts for the Hellcat. What I'm going to be painting is both fenders, the new wing, both flares, and the flare extensions. Before I can paint these, I need to hit all the shiny spots that are left on the fenders and all the edges with a scuff pad and some scuff stuff. Ready to paint now, wet the floor again in the booth, and everything is now masked off. And I'm gonna have to say prep is the most important part of painting. To me, that includes getting everything ready, getting everything masked off, and getting everything set up. So the flares, I wanted them to be in a spot where I can get around them really easily, especially when doing the mid coat. But I also wanted them set up so I didn't have to worry about them actually the clear running into whatever they're sitting on. So I have this thing set up very close, but it's not touching any of the lips, and now everything should be good to go. Just need to hit everything now with cleaner, get it all cleaned, mix up a little bit of sealer. Like I said before, all the bare metal spots, I'm just gonna dust on some sealer. I don't need to recoat the whole fender. And I think the only thing I need to seal is the little edges on the fenders. So let's mix up some sealer, get this thing ready to go, get some sealer down, and finally get some base on all this stuff so we can see how it's gonna look. I really think this is the best way to paint this wing. I think how I set this up, hanging it from the studs. Finished coating everything with the mid coat, and I must say the fenders and everything looks extremely good. Now what I need to do is clear everything. The mid coat technically is a clear, but you do want to add another coat of clear on top of it. I'm going to add 2 coats of clear, so I'm letting this tack up a little bit just so I make sure I'm not going to run anything. And yeah, I definitely like how everything came out so far. As long as I don't get any runs in anything, I'll be really happy. So yeah, the fenders are good, the wing is good over there. I mean, the flares are good, and look at that tri-coat. So everything is now painted. It has 2 coats of clear on it. So tomorrow I'm gonna bring the Hellcat down, throw the fenders on, throw the flares on, and then I'll work on putting the wing on. The wing is actually kind of difficult to remove. The original one, it has this 3M adhesive. This one also does, but it seems like it has less of the 3M adhesive than the high, I think it's called the high downforce Hellcat wing with the little emblem on the back of it. But yeah, it has this big piece of 3M. So I'm probably gonna get a piece of piano wire to cut it. I pretty much found out that they're really difficult to remove when I removed the Scat Pack one from the trunk on that car. And the trunk was messed up, so I just used a knife, but I don't want to mess the paint up on the Hellcat trunk. So I'm really glad that the wing is now painted. I really wanted the wing to be paint matched. A lot of people were saying that they look gross when they're paint matched, but I just feel like the black wing is just a little bit tacky just because it doesn't really flow with the whole car. So I really like that it's paint matched now. The camera piece is paint matched. You know, I have all the flare stuff, the main flares, the flare extensions that go on the bumper, the fenders. I mean, it's gonna look so good with the fenders on the car, and I could actually drive this thing around with fenders. Once I get the bumper painted and the hood painted, it's just gonna look really good. So can't wait till tomorrow once all this stuff's dry, and I can throw this on the Hellcat. So can't wait. It is now the next day, driving the Hellcat over to Brandon's shop so I can put the fenders on. I'll throw the flares in the back. I need to get some more clips for the flares so I can put them on. I'm gonna go by Dodge and actually see if they may have some. I'm not exactly sure if they do have them in stock or not. Just got back from Brandon's shop. I put the fenders on the Hellcat. I was gonna record putting them on, but I kind of had to rush putting them on. And I didn't really want to add recording, putting them on into the equation, especially since I had to line everything up. And it is kind of a pain to do it by yourself. I also grabbed everything else I painted. I'm going to put the wing on now, and I need to assemble the camera and everything inside the wing. But newly painted parts is almost the best thing ever. And these just look so good. Look at the reflection on these. The one thing that I need to do is there is a few dirt nibs, but otherwise the parts came out extremely nice. I just need to nib it out, buff it, and it'll be good to go. And the one thing with painting, the final result is always the best thing, but getting to that result is such a pain, especially with tri-coat. There are so many steps that you have to go through. I mean, you have to get every step almost perfect, and really the mid coat is the hardest thing. You don't want to really stop or do anything weird. You have to be very, very consistent, or it will be blotchy and nothing will match. But I think that everything is gonna match perfectly. So we're gonna get the wing put on now. I can't wait to see the wing on the car. I really don't like the non-painted wing. And I really don't like the wings that come on the older style Hellcats like mine. And the newer wings are just so nice. So I did get the newer wing. This is off a 19 to 20. And yeah, they just look better. They overhang. They're not as, they're not as finned up. They don't have the Hellcat emblem. It's just a lot sleeker look. What I need to do now is I need to go by like a music store because I need some piano wire. Like I said before, there's 3M tape holding the wing down. And I need to cut that tape, but I don't want to mess the trunk up when I do that. So let's head over there, get some, I guess, really thin, maybe guitar or piano wire or whatever it's called, and we'll get this 3M tape cut off, the old wing off, and then we'll put this new wing on, and it's gonna just, I can't wait to see it. Just got done at the guitar store, and they had some string. 11, I guess, is what the lady said they use for windshields. So it was like $2, which is awesome. Now we can go back home, cut the wing off the Hellcat, put the new one on. I can't wait to see what this thing's gonna look like. So if anybody's looking for a really nice Hellcat wing, this wing has, the car has like 1,600 miles. There's no defects on it. It's a little bit dusty right now, but I mean, other than that, it comes with the SRT badge. Everything will come with a camera. And I think $300 is a fair deal for this plus shipping. If you know anybody that needs one of these, or if you want one, DM me on Instagram. So what I need to do to get to the wing, all the bolts for it. The 210s are accessible on the outside, but I need to remove this trunk trim right here so I can get up here to get the clips from the inside. You can see now that I have the 10s undone on the outside. I popped one of the clips right there, and then where is it at? You can kind of see it, kind of not see it. There's like that little tape in there. I need to get the piano wire in there and pretty much just cut that 3M tape and we'll be good to go. Now that the wing is off, you can see where the 10 mils were and where the little clips were, as well as where the 3M tape is. So this is why you need the wire to cut all three of these pieces of 3M tape. And you have to kind of fish it around the clips because you can't cut through a clip, but you have to be able to cut the tape. So what I do is I kind of fish it through this way on both sides, cut it, and then this one you have to cut pretty much this way, and then there's a pin right here and you have to cut it this way. And then once you have it, the wing comes off really easy. What I'm gonna do now is clean this area up because you can see that it's really dirty and dusty, and then I'll remove these pieces of 3M tape. I cleaned the edge of the rear of the trunk. Now what I'm gonna do is assemble the new wing, painted wing, then install it. And we're gonna see if this thing looks a lot better or if I made it look worse. I don't think there are words to express how dope I think this wing is. I mean, paint matched, the new style, it just flows so much better with the car. It looks so much better paint matched, and it just looks much more aggressive. It actually curves with the body lines and everything. So I'm really glad that I upgraded to the 1920 wing over the original wings that came on the earlier models. And then it still has a camera feature. It just, I mean, there aren't words on how dope this is. Just took the Hellcat for a little drive. And another thing that I really like about this wing, when you look through the rear view mirror, it's the same contour as a trunk. So you don't even see it. You just barely see the top edge. It's not like the other wing where it kind of sticks up. And I mean, just look at the difference, like this black compared to the paint patch red. And then this wing wraps around right there. I mean, I just love this wing. This is probably, to me, one of the best wings that they offer for the Challenger. So I think I'm gonna end the video here. I'm super pumped that the Hellcat has the new wing on it. I can't wait to have the front end of the car completely finished. That should be happening in the next week or so. The Magnum brake lines will be here by Friday, and we could get that thing running and driving and have some fun with it. But just all around, this is just turning into like such a dope car. It's just everything that I want it to be. So that's gonna be the end of the video. If you really like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, throw a comment below, give the video a thumbs up. And as always, see you guys next time.